What up YouTube, your boy the Flying Spanner here. Today we have a bit of a channel update for you. So I'll just put this board out there for a bit of display and a bit of background. Just regarding the channel, if you have seen, I think I did one of those post story things. Unfortunately, we're only down to one airport at the moment, which is the Caribbean airport. Unfortunately, where I stored my models is in my boiler cupboard, which is just over there somewhere. Unfortunately, we had a bit of a boiler leak, so a lot of water got in there. So we had a bit of a leak before, fixed it, got it done, and then it was fine for a bit. With somewhat, the Australian airport had suffered a little bit, and some of the old grass plates that are used on the UK airport suffered, but it wasn't too bad. And then recently we've had another leak, and that's now fixed. But that leak was quite substantial, and it did leave a lot of moisture damage on the boards. I am currently in the process of sorting a house as well, so with that in mind, I kind of thought I wanted to start them again. Both the Australian airport and the UK airport, all kind of the baseboards were all a bit warped. So where I'd stored them upright, and they were only 6mm boards, they ended up being quite flimsy, which wasn't great. So they're both being remade, and I was going to remake them anyway, so just keep that in mind. I was going to remake, I was always thinking of remaking the Australian airport, because I thought the layout could have done with some improvement. And then the UK airport, I kind of wanted to actually get a 380 in, so I wanted to completely renovate that one. So that's given the motivation for that. But first, I'm not doing anything until this airport here is ready. So it has been under construction now for at least probably a year and a half, maybe even more. And we're finally getting there, finally getting to kind of somewhat the final stages. So this board here, let's do a quick overview of it, I suppose, and so it can kind of be a construction update if you see it in that way. Essentially, we're going to be based in Savannah, I think it's in Georgia, Savannah, Hilton Head area. It's going to be kind of an international airport for the Hilton Head region. I think there's a Disney golf course or something on there, so that's definitely going to be the main pushing. So we're going to have a few international aircraft, which will come in from like Leisurely, Virgin, TUI's, Condor, I suppose, kind of similar operators to the Caribbean airport, and then we'll have a couple more mainline Lufthansa etc. come in, and then the rest of it is all domestic American and kind of the American region. So and quite I say a big cargo, quite a bit of cargo. So starting off, so we got this bottom board here, which unfortunately is slightly a different thickness to that board, because I was going to put the Caribbean airport there and be one massive board, but I've given up with that idea. I don't think I'm going to have the Caribbean airport involved in it. I don't think I'm going to have anything there. I think this is just going to be it. So with that said, this board here is pretty much finished, to be fair. This is kind of course, we've got the runway here. Just need to do some hold short lines, and maybe actually we go over the lines because they're not particularly bright. We have got the cargo centre here, so we can get 2 767 size, 2 737s I think, and then diagonally there on that line, that is for like a 777 size. I've got the buildings made. I've made 2 cargo centres, and I just need to sort out the road system this side, and that will be this board completely complete. I might redo the grass because I've accidentally, because there's been so much different time between making, putting down this grass compared to that grass. I accidentally put an extra layer on that scatter, so it's made it a lot more green, which I'm quite disappointed at because I quite liked this kind of. This is just one layer of scatter, but because it was just one layer, I think it's come out really nice with how of course it's just the MDF board underneath, so you've got the brown tints that can come through, and it's not really bright green like it is there, but we'll ignore that for now. And then onto the actual terminal board. Terminal building itself is pretty much complete. There's another little pier that comes out here, that's done, and another one here that comes out. Only thing terminal wise I need to do is maybe I might add a fence that goes all the way around the top of the roofs maybe, and then maybe some aircon units on the roof, but generally that's done. And then I've got jet bridges. I just need to paint them, cut them to size, and make little adapters in the bottom of the jet bridge. Can't think the mount where it goes onto the terminal, just to raise it up a bit because it's a bit lower than say the departures level of the terminal. Apart from that, there's going to be a bit of a landside area, if you can see in that far right corner. There's a little overlay for drop off and stuff. That's currently what I'm working on. Over here is hanger or kind of apron space. I think maybe a hanger maybe, but I can always leave that under construction for while I make it, and have this kind of area fenced off for a bit. And then all the way over here, that will be car parking, because I like the background. I like the background of a car park. So yeah, hopefully we're not too far off, but working at a snail's pace. And yeah, I'm going to be happy once this is done. And hopefully once it's done, at least I'll have Caribbean Airport and this airport. And then first one I'm going to make will be the Australian. And then after that will be the UK one. Because the UK one I don't think I'm going to make it as big. It's all going to depend on what space I've got for the house, really. Yeah, we'll see how we get on. But just wanted to update you all on what's going on, because it has been a while since an update. Already the Caribbean was the last one. Unfortunately, Caribbean's the only airport updates we're going to get. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully this won't take me too much longer, especially now we're just on the landside bits really. So yeah, thank you very much for watching the channel update. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Adios and goodbye.